First things first. Have you ever questioned who this Sifa is? Let me save you the struggle. Sifa is a human being. Sifa is feminine, as you can see. And Sifa is ardent in inspiring people. Sifa is ardent in making written works fun and easy. And not only that, but also making or transforming all that has been predominantly termed as boring, fun, and easy to read. So, guys, let's do this. When am I saying this? This blog is an amalgam of life-based, faith-based, and bringing African home through the reading of African texts. Yes, are we in this together? So guys, without wasting time, let me go to what we're supposed to do today. So guys, I have used that word so much. So, do you know the book of Genesis? Ever heard of the book of Genesis, the beginning? Probably you've heard this book in high school, in primary, in campus, or you just had a neighbor pass by and mention the word Genesis, and you're like, ooh, did he or she just mention Genesis? Actually, talking of that, my cousin has a child, and the name of that child is Genesis. In short, we call him Jane. I don't know, the beginning. Probably for her, she named him Genesis for the sake of she's gonna bring other children home. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Probably yes. So guys, you know the book of Genesis is actually a diverse, interesting, amazing read. Then I will say anyone can read it. Yeah, it has diverse stories. Ever heard of the creation story? Let there be light. And there was light. Heard of Noah's story, the floods, the Tower of Babel, Cain and Abel, all of those stories. They're just fun, they're just fun to read. But anyway, to save us on time, that is not what I want to cover this particular day. So let's delve into today's discussion. And today's discussion is on the tale of Adam and Eve. Yes, the tales of Adam and Eve. So, talking of that, remember that during the creation story, God also made Adam into his own likeness, into his own image. And he placed Adam in the Garden of Eden and told Adam to watch and cultivate it. How amazing is that? Imagine if God gave me Karen, or God gave me Lavington, or God gave me Sleep, and he tells me, Sifa, I want you to watch Karen, I want you to watch over Karen, to watch over Lavington, to watch over Sleep, and to cultivate it. Oh my, me, I think that will be an amazing thing for me. If God does it right now, I'm like, oh yes, whatever you say, Jesus, I'll do it. Yeah, but it's not that easy. Remember, it's not that easy, because you can see even what really happened with Adam and Eve. So this Adam, he has been placed in that in this garden, and he's there, and God tells him, of all of the trees in the Garden of Eden, you shall eat, but of the middle tree, or but of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, you must not eat, or you shall surely die. That was the condition that was given to him. Yeah, you are given this, and then there comes conditions to it. Yeah, so Adam is okay. He's like, I'll hack it. I'm trying to get into his mind. He's like, I'll do this. And then he does it. And then imagine how benevolent God is. How benevolent God is. God decides and say, it is not good for Adam to live alone. He needs a helper. And therefore, he takes Adam into a deep sleep. So Adam is there just sleeping, forgotten of everything that is happening in the garden. And God takes a rib out of him and makes a woman, and that is Eve. And actually, he brings Eve to Adam. So you can imagine how when Adam saw Eve, he was like, oh my, where have you been? You can imagine how perplexed Adam was. He's like, are you for real? Is she mine? Like me and Eve? Yeah, I'm just trying to imagine how excited Adam was. Probably he even felt down and like, oh Jesus, are you for real? Like, Eve is mine? It's like, yes. And let's do this. We're actually reading chapter 2 and chapter 3. I'll be just picking the snippets of them because I know you know the story. So when actually Adonai brings Eve to Adam, remember Adam had been given authority to name stuff, to name livestock. Probably he named hen. He named cow. He named fish. I don't know. Probably he gave all these animals different names. I have no idea. And he says, this one at last is bone of my bones and flesh from my flesh. This one is called woman, for from man was taken this one. Remember, that is what it is. That's the only word that Adam said. This one is called woman. Yes, and Eve became woman. That was the authority that Adam had to name. And it happened. And now, these people were just naked, and they're not even ashamed of their nakedness. They could just walk in the Garden of Eden freely. You can just imagine Adam and Eve probably holding hands, walking, laughing, plucking the fruit there, here, there, and just eating, and just enjoying the moments there. And then, there was this cunning animal that was just watching. It's like, enjoy while it lasts. This cunning animal is the serpent. I don't like serpents. I don't like serpents at all. I don't like slippery stuff. And I always ask myself, why didn't Noah just kill this serpent? Why did Noah just leave it behind so that it could be taken by floods? Talking of that, I have a friend of mine who was telling me she prefers, or how she wished Noah killed the mosquitoes. Reason being, imagine you're sleeping at night, and then this annoying mosquitoes decides to come and invade your house. Trust me, if you don't have doom, you're doomed. Yeah, you're doomed. That night is hectic for you. So the serpent comes. I don't know where Adam was all this time. And then he comes creepy. He finds, or it finds Eve, and he says, let me just read. That is chapter 3. He says, did God really say you must not eat from all the trees of the garden? And it says, of the fruit of the trees we may eat, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the middle of the garden, God said, you must not eat of it, and you must not touch it, or you will die. The serpent said to the woman, you most assuredly won't die. For God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. Now the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and it was a thing of lust for the eyes, and that the tree was desirable for imparting wisdom. Some of you got this because the serpent spoke. Eve's mind said to see things differently. So she took of the fruit and ate it and gave some to Adam. And immediately they realized they were naked because they hid themselves. I don't know where the serpent disappeared. And after that, Adonai came. You can imagine when he came into the Garden of Eden. He was like, Adam! Adam! Adam is not responding properly. And then, Adonai says, he calls and says, where are you? Then Adam goes there. I heard it in the garden. Your sound. I heard it in the garden and I was afraid. Because I'm naked, I hid myself. Then Adonai said, who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree from which I commanded you not to eat? Then the man said, the woman who you gave to be with me, she gave me of the tree and I ate. Look at the blame game. Adonai Elohim said to the woman, what did you do, Eve? The woman said, the serpent deceived me and I ate it. Adonai Elohim said to the serpent, because you did this, cursed are you above all the livestock and above every animal of the field. On your belly will you go, and dust you will eat all the days of your life. I will put animosity between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed. He will crush your head, and you will crush his heel. To the woman, he said, I will greatly increase your pain from conception to labor. In pain will you give birth to children. Your desire will be toward your husband. Probably that's why I am the way I am, being attracted to men, to a man. Yet he must rule over you, oh my, that is permanent. Then to the man he said, because you listened to your wife's voice and ate of the tree which I commanded you, saying, you must not eat it. Cursed is the ground because of you. With pain will you eat of it all the days of your life. Thorns and thistles will sprout for you. You will eat the plants of the field. By the sweat of your brow will you eat food, until you return to the ground, since from it were you taken, for you are dust, and dust you will return. Actually, this part alone, when God was now giving them like the conditions, the repercussions of it, it reminds me of what we call abstinence and celibacy. Remember, in this case here, we have what we call delayed gratification and quick gratification. So in this case, like for Eve, initially, remember, they had been given the condition. And then immediately when the Satan spoke, when the serpent spoke, that's when she realized, oh my God. And it was good for her, and she could not resist the temptation. So she quickly went for it. And we remember, quick gratification here might even cause us to miss out on the plans that God has for us. Maybe God had a plan A for our lives, and because of our quick gratification, we could not hold it. He decided to give us a plan B or a plan C or a plan D. Let me give you an instance or a scenario. You're walking, and then you meet or you see a beautiful woman, or you see a handsome man, and you're like, ooh, I like how she looks like, or I like how he looks like. And you decide it's only today, maybe you decide to go and do your pleasures there. That alone, the mistake that Eve did, the mistake that Adam did, the mistake that the serpent did, brought turmoil to them. Let me give you a simpler scenario. You want to cut weight, and you're passing by a bakery and you see a cake, and you're like, okay, I'm cutting my weight, but I think I can still manage this. The moment that you'll have the quick gratification to go and buy and manage it, will you cut the weight? Just think about it. So at times, it's always good for us, most times, let me say all times, it's always good to have delayed gratification, because it's also going to stir God to give us the plan A that He really wanted to give us. So let's just dig deeper on how this benevolent God is and was. Imagine after all that, He decides to make tunics for Adam and Eve. Yeah, He clothed them. He just didn't just them like that. He clothed them, and after clothing them, He sent him away from the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which he had been taken. And He expelled the man at the east of the Garden of Eden. Just that. Just a simple mistake. So guys, that is all about the tales of Adam and Eve. What am I saying? Let's make the right choice. Let us not see what is beautiful in our eyes and then rush towards it. Let us take time. Okay? Our next discussion might be on Cain and Abel, or the story of Noah, or the Tower of Babel. Till next time. Bye. And by the way, leave your comments there. Give a thumbs up. I'll really appreciate it. Bye.